In this video, we are going to learn the basics of Bat Circuits. It's a new plugin that can be used to create various kinds of glitchy effects. So let's get straight into it. So let me turn on Bat Circuits, and as you can see, this is the first thing that you're going to see. The algorithm is going to be set to inset traces, and the threshold will be set to 10%. And I'm using an adjustment layer. Just to be clear, we can increase the threshold to target more of the highlights, but for this image it's pretty okay to use the default threshold value. But when I switch to the second image, and you might notice that the edges are a little bit jagged, not clean. So if I reduce the threshold, you can see that the edges have become cleaner. So that is how you use threshold. And seed can be used to change the randomness of the generation. You also have the option to auto animate the seed, and then we have the background transparency setting. And to understand this one, we cannot really use it with an adjustment layer. We have to apply it on the layer itself. So let me hide the adjustment layer, and I'm going to apply Bat Circuits to the layer itself. I'm also going to drop the threshold and turn on the video footage in the background. And as you can see, we have a clear transparent background, but if we reduce the background transparency, it's going to become, well, opaque. And then we have an option for flicker as well. So when I increase it, when I play it, you can see the effect is being flickered on and off. This helps you get a glitchy visual kind of look. And here is where you can select the algorithms. For now, it's set to inset traces, and we can choose from 5 different effects. So we have isoline topography. Let me just hide the background. So this is isoline topography, and similarly you have annotated schematic, via halftone, and finally rat's nest. And if you set it to none, you can use the glitch effects independently of the algorithms. So we have currently desync glitch type selected, and if I play it, you can see that the glitch effect is being applied on the layer itself, and you can have 9 glitch effects to select from. And we will take a deeper look into the glitch effect controls soon. For now, let's select it to none and close it. And now I'm going to be switching to a video footage. So let's select inset traces, and let's increase the threshold so we can see the flower. And for each of these effects, you can find the controls for this particular effect in the effect controls tab. If you have used Time Machine before, you can find the similarity. So let's open up the Inset Traces tab, and you have the options like the cell size or the loop density or the trace width, which increases or decreases the line width. We can also adjust the detail. So if I reduce the detail, you can see that it has a more cruder look. I'm going to set the detail back up to 90. And we also have the edge aware routing, which basically uses edge detection to break down the loops. So we can turn up the edge detection sensitivity, and we can also change the minimum edge length. The smaller we go, the effect will consider even the smallest edges. So we get more of a broken look. And you can also set a custom edge map for this effect, but I'm going to turn off the edge aware routing for now. Finally, we have Walker burst frequency. If I play it, you can see that the effect changes to a Walker fill effect for a few frames, and this happens randomly. So we can play it back, and you can see that it kind of gives us a more of a glitchy look for inset traces. And similarly, we have other effects. I won't be explaining everything in a single video because it's going to get too long. The rest of the effects are pretty simple, so do experiment with these effects. Now we are going to take a look at the glitch effects. So let me use none for the algorithm so we can clearly see the glitch effects. And let's say we select the desync glitch type. And as you can see, we don't really need to animate the glitch effects manually because it randomly generates glitch effects in between frames. And you can control this with the burst frequency setting. Currently, we have the slider set to 80%. So if we reduce it to 0, each of the frames will use the desync glitch effect. But if we set it to, say, 70 or 80, like before, it will randomly come and go dynamically. And you can also decrease the frame hold to make it even faster. You also have damage, which increases the strength of the glitch effect. And a few other sliders also influence the strength as well, like the density or the burst intensity. I'm gonna set it to the default values. We also have chunk size, which doesn't really affect the desync preset, but if we select a different preset for say Oblivion, we can change the chunk size to the max value and increase the density and damage, and it will give us a much more damaged look. We can also adjust the angle for each glitch type, and we can also downscale the glitch, and it will only downscale when the glitch effect is present. And we have other free controls to affect the glitch visuals, so do play with these sliders. And finally, we have the source threshold, which you can use to sort out the dark pixels of the image, so the glitch effect only applies on the brightest areas. So this is it for the basics of batch circuits. In the next few videos, I'm going to show you the ways I used batch circuits to make the promotional video, so you can better learn about the use cases of the plugin. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.